Thank you, Tracy, for the introduction. I am Kathy Downs, and good morning and happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I wanted to first let you know how honored the University Libraries is to be included as part of the proposals for the student initiative. And for those of you who may not be familiar with the initiative, it is a campus-wide student initiative which will have a $6 per credit hour increase to student fees for the improvement of facilities across campus. The voting will take place March 4th through 6th, and for additional information, please check out the Shock the Future website. Now, as I mentioned, this initiative is student-run, and we in the libraries are extremely pleased that we have 2 members from our student workforce as part of the Shock the Future committee. And they are Danish Chirolia, who works in our C space, and Ashley Estes, who's a member of our interlibrary loan unit. And a big thank you for all their service to the library on this committee. Now, when we were getting together to look at how we could respond to the student initiative, we knew that our proposals would need to be focused on students. That's our mission. We also wanted all of our improvements to be in ABLA Library. That is our central library facility, and it's developed to support students from all disciplines. We also knew to have the biggest impact that our proposals would either need to address safety and basic service needs, extend the life of the building, or enhance support for new and expanding academic programs. So let's look at some of these initiatives that we came up with. We looked at all of the suggestions from students, and we selected 5 that we thought would have the biggest impact on our ability to improve our service to students. And they are, first, a larger 24-hour study room with restrooms. You might have heard about this one. Our 24-hour study room was built in 1999, and at that time funding didn't allow for restroom facilities, and students didn't study as long sequence as they do now. Today it's not uncommon to see a student toting around a 64-ounce water bottle, and the need for restroom facilities are considered a basic service enhancement. The next one is addition of technology research and creation spaces. Our students now are project-driven, and our library is working to accommodate what they need to create and be successful in their project work. And this includes creation of a project space that supports the emerging digital humanities and social sciences program. The third one is to create a meeting space. Our library doesn't currently have a meeting space, and many times we've had to turn down requests for meetings to be held in the library. This initiative would help us create such a space. The fourth is a compact shelving program. ABLA Library was initially built in 1962 with an addition in 1989. At that time, the addition was developed to handle about 20 years of collection growth. Unfortunately, over the time, the collection grew a little bit faster than anticipated, and we are now anticipating celebrating our 30th anniversary next fall. As the collection has grown, it's encroached on student spaces. This initiative would allow us to reclaim back student spaces and also give them additional spaces in the library. The last initiative is to respond to student requests for a different type of study space. They want more of the study rooms with different technology and different open study spaces. So that's our fifth initiative. So let's look at some of the details. These are vision boards. They're not exactly blueprints yet, but we're getting there. Let's look at the first floor. This one's a little bit hard to see, but I wanted to show you that most of the first floor work will be done in the northwest corner and also in the southwest corner. And it'll include the 24-hour study room, the scholarship and creation lab, some flexible study spaces, the one-button studio, and the academic forum. We're going to look at the north end first. In the north end is where you have the restroom. and the expansion of the 24-hour study room. The current 24-hour study room is this area where I'm putting the laser pointer, this square and this square. The project would extend the 24-hour study room into all the area that's marked orange, and then there is the restrooms right on the north end. Adjacent to the 24-hour study room would be the expanded Digital Scholarship and Creation Lab. This would have 4 areas of meeting areas that are flexible with movable glass walls. These would allow faculty or student groups to come in, expand the space, contract the space, meet in small groups or slightly larger groups. And then, when they're finished with their planning, they could go into the Peach area. That's right here, where we would have the technology and the equipment with the software that's needed to support these emerging digital humanities and digital social sciences areas. Now, on the south end of the building is our academics forum space. As I mentioned, we've had many requests for different types of meetings to be held in the library. A place for academic discourse, a place where large classrooms can meet and then go out and use the library. We haven't had such a space. This space would have the technology to hold forums, to hold workshops, to hold platform speakers. It would be reservable by any registered student organization or any other unit on campus. When it's not in use, it would be open study space. It has, as you can see, the dotted line there. The wall there would be movable so that it could open up during when it's not in use and close up when it is in use. We're envisioning a glass wall because we want to take advantage of all the great light that comes in from the west side. The next project, our third project, is our compact shelving. As I mentioned earlier, our building has reached a stage where our print collection, despite our use of digital objects, is still growing and it's running out of space. The compact shelving project allows us to put some of the lesser used print collections in compact shelving and also accommodate the growing print collection. In case you're unfamiliar with what compact shelving is, essentially it's shelving on rails, and it allows you to only have an aisle space when you need an aisle space, so you don't need to use as much floor space on that. And with this project, we then would be able to open up some spaces on the second and third floor, as well as the academic forum space, for these advanced and improved study spaces for students. So let's look at a few of those. On the second and third floor, our plan is to open up some areas. The bright blue spot has that, where we can take advantage of the windows of the building and bring some additional light into student study spaces. One of the comments we've gotten from our students is that it feels dark in the building. We want to take advantage of those windows. We also would be using some space to enhance our group study rooms and also to build some additional group study rooms. The spots in the pink are the current group study rooms. In 1989, these 25 rooms were considered innovative. Students have changed a bit. They want some slightly different accommodations and some technology, and this project would allow us to meet those demands. Additionally, you might see down here this whiteboard corner. I'm going to show you a close-up of it a little bit. Our students love whiteboards. They seem to understand how whiteboards can be used. They use them for project development, studying for tests, working out homework assignments. We have about 20 of them in the building, and they go all over the place. This project, as part of enhancing the study floors, would be to add some whiteboard corners into the second floor or whiteboard rooms on the third floor. And this is an example of what one looks like. Ours wouldn't look quite like that, but it helps you envision the concept. Additionally, on our study floors, we want to enhance the furniture. Our students like to study many times with people around them, but they need something to help them minimize the distraction. And so some of the furniture that's being developed today to accommodate that are these individual study pods. The students are still surrounded by people, but they can focus on what they're doing. We see this need both on our interactive floor as well as our quiet floor. So these are our 5 initiatives for the library. As I mentioned earlier, the referendum is will be voted on the 4th through 6th of March. This week, we still have 2 more town halls, and if you were to go to the Shock the Future website, you would see the rest of the town halls that are scheduled to discuss this referendum. If you have questions, I'd advise you to go to the website, or if you want to submit questions, they have a really nice comment form.